I'm back at it today after a little hiatus from working on the outhouse for my parents' cabin. So you've now seen part 1 and part 2 of doing the inside. The other project we need to work on is building them a new outhouse, because the other one is completely falling over and has holes through it. Not necessarily where you're pooping, just got holes everywhere. It's not good. And so she'll be here in just a few short weeks. As you can see, it's spring, it's starting to warm up. It's currently 50 degrees, which is incredible. So I am out here while my husband is flying back from another journey that we are going to share with you and take you on the road with us this summer for an amazing cross-country trip. So we'll talk more about that later as it gets closer, but for now, while he is flying back, I am taking on this outhouse frame, trying to frame up those pieces that we pre-cut. So currently I have measured and marked everything. So in between these top ones right here, it's 14 inches, 12.5 inches, and 15.5 inches. So I line that up at the bottom and the top by measuring so that it's relatively square and matches everything. So when we stand up the two sidewalls together, it'll all work out nicely. So gonna go ahead and just start doing a combination of nailing and screwing all of this together.
And very thankful that I had the help of my boys that were supporting me putting these walls together by holding everything in place so that I could attach it first with the nail gun, and then I went behind and screwed. I like the mixture just for added stability, and it'll be a pain when somebody maybe wants to disassemble it someday if they decide not to just burn it down. And a little humor to spice things up, because after all, pretty proud of myself accomplishing this on my own.
Now that I have the side walls built, we're going to work on the back wall. So this time I'm going to show you measuring it. So our seat is 13.5 inches from the bottom. So that's where our board sits on top of. Obviously the board's a little thicker, and then there will be a seat top on it. So that is part of the reason for the 13.5. Carter, you want to help me hold this?
Sure.
Right here. Thank you. We're going to measure 13.5 inches, if I can hold that there. Can you move it down a little bit? Get lower. Okay, let's do the other side. And measure that right here as well. Can you hold that? Just like that. Okay, we'll go do that one. Hold it. Okay, once we have roughly 13.5, I'm going to draw my line using my square.
It's an L for loser.
It's an L for loser. I don't know about that. What about L for lucky? Yeah.
Take the L.
Okay, then after we get this, we'll know exactly where to set these edges. Then I'll need that tape measure again in just a moment, Carter.
Okay.
And we need to measure. We're going to line this up end to end, right? We're going to draw, this is where this end goes, and then we need to measure between here and the next one 18.25 inches. So, right here, which this is where this needs to be. We can make it fit. There, perfect. Just force it to line up. All right, and then the other one should fit very perfectly. We'll go do that up here.
Push it in.
The boards are a little warped. That happens. All right, will you hold this for me? Right, that done. Okay, this one should come to there. All right, you can move it. There you go. Board's a little twisted. All right. So now you guys can go ahead and put your. Help me hold it back on in place while we start to attach it. So Carter, you're gonna hold that like that. Jimmy, you're gonna hold this board steady. All right, and watch your little hand. Good. All right, next one. That's okay. We'll get there after. We're gonna hold these, buddy. This one. Yeah. Go down at all.
Just don't destroy my hands.
Okay. Don't destroy your hands. Why not?
Destroy his hands.
All right. Let's move up.
Or your hands.
This. Okay. Now we're gonna do the side pieces. We're gonna line them up in the line that we drew. Okay. Alright. And we're gonna move that one out of the way. Just a little bit up or down. So that we can line this one up with that. There we go. Sometimes I'm not a fan of the angles. Okay. Now we'll try some. There we go. Alright. Timmy, you want to nail that one back in, Carter? Or hammer it, buddy? Carter, come over here and help me do this one. So this board is twisted. It's really gonna get me some trouble. Let's do this one first. You can hop down to that side of the board. He is a twisted wonky donkey board. Alright, last one. Go ahead and hold. Get off of this, please. Alright. Good work.
Now that I had the help from my boys with the nail gun, I'm going to use the drill to add in some screws for added stability and once again, make it just that much of a pain to take back apart if we want to. Next up is the front wall framing. As you can see in the diagram, the measurements, and that's what I'm putting together. This one's pretty quick, easy, and simple. This is from the How-To Specialist. Lastly, this is the framing that's going to go above the door for the roof to sit on before we put on the rafters. Check out the measurements in the diagram.
Here it is, all framed up. We've got both sides, the back wall, the front wall frame, and the top support for now. Once we haul it to the cabin, we will be able to install the seat and work on the sides.